I am joined by Kavin. He's got a master's degree in finance, and he's a postgraduate applied management student from NMIT, which is the New Zealand Marlborough Institute of Technology. So these are two qualifications. One is quite high level, and the other one is a local reference that you can point out to, which then adds on to your previous master's degree. But that's just the start. Kavin's stockbroking history comes from Sri Lanka, where he was an international stockbroker focusing on high net worth individuals. So he was returning $15 million annually to his employer.
Yeah.
What was it like in Sri Lanka, your professional background?
Actually, I joined stockbroking. It's a sort of a sudden event. I mean, I never planned to be a stockbroker, and it happened somehow. And I was very young. I was about 19 years old. I had only high school education at that time. So, but I worked really hard, really hard, and it helped me to achieve success in stockbroking. So I was gradually recognized. And after about 10 years, I was recognized very well when I was working in a company called Asia Securities. So it was like straight away I got a manager position from an investment advisor, and I became the manager institutional trading at Asia Securities. So in that period, I got an opportunity to travel all over the world, meeting big investors and conducting seminars and investor forums. So while that time, I traveled many countries such as UAE, United States of America, and a couple of European countries, and even New Zealand and Australia. So it opened the door for the international investors. So, and a lot of experience I gained in that. So after that, I joined a company called Capital Trust Securities. So there I joined as a manager high net worth individuals, because I was handling like the top of the top clients in Sri Lanka. So basically, I had my so the company recognized that, and they recruited me as the manager high net worth individuals. And in the meantime, that was in 2009. There was a big upsurge in the stock market due to aftermath of the civil war of 30 years. So the company wanted to recruit highly qualified young people. So they wanted someone to mentor and train them. So they after 3 months after joining, they promoted as a senior manager, and they gave me a whole department. So I did it well, and some of my trainees have gone up in the ladder, and one person is the deputy general manager of the company right now. So they're very successful. And so after some time, I thought that I was thinking what I'm lacking right now, and I wanted to go above that position. And what I realized that I haven't had the academic qualifications necessary to climb up the ladder. So I quitted the stockbroking, and I took a brief kind of a break. And in the meantime, I worked for a an advertising company, which I had a lot of free time and basically flexible time, I would rather say. And I followed my master's degree in finance. So it was very helpful. And so in the meantime, we wanted to move to New Zealand. So I was looking for the avenues how to move to New Zealand, because in 2005 I came to New Zealand to do an investor forum. So I fell in love with this country. So we found that if you go as a postgraduate student, then you can sponsor your family. Then we chose that path, and I joined NMIT to do a postgraduate diploma in applied management. I completed that successfully, and in the meantime, when I was studying, we were allowed to work 20 hours. So to find my expenses, I started work in a BP gas station as a customer service representative, and it was really good. And it was not what I have done in Sri Lanka, but it's a very humble job. But I met nice people, and it gave me a lot of opportunity to meet people, learn the accent, and learn about the culture and the differences and everything. And I embrace everything there, and I value that job. And even my manager were really nice to me. And so after that, I started working at NPD stations. So that was also a good experience. And there I met so many people. And so one of our customers, and the other thing, while I was working, so I want to give an advice to the people who are starting new, that I spoke as many as people I could come to the gas station. Whoever nice, I speak to them, and I tell that my background and my qualifications, and I'm looking for an opportunity here. So I was openly I had a conversation about that. So people are really nice, in fact, and they are helpful. And so one of the customer, so she said that I will tell my husband. He has some contacts, and that's how I met Tate. And he introduced Tate to me, and it was like a sort of a game-changing thing. So Tate basically, I don't see Tate as a employment agent or somebody. I see Tate as a real mentor, and he will take your hand and walk along with you until you get successful. And he basically taught me so many things. I mean, for an example, all of a sudden when he come across something, he called me. For an example, he once I can remember, he called me and said, "Kavin, you have to update your LinkedIn profile," and like that. Anything he come across, he explains why you should do that, and he took all his time to do video, CV, and so much helpful. Like he's a real mentor and a good friend. It's like a brother. He helped me to be successful in this process. And the other thing I want to tell, I did a couple of voluntary work. One in Nelson Tasman Business Trust as a business mentor, and Tech ROI Trust as a financial mentor. So these things also help to get a job and meet new people. And it is really helpful because people are really nice and helpful. But only thing is you should know to reach out for them and talk to them, and even for the references. So you don't have to worry about the references. You will have tons of references when you deal with this kind of people. And in my side also, I genuinely did everything, and so it paid me back in a big way. And finally, I graduated in 2019 December in NMIT, and so now it's 2021 September. I got my proper job as a financial advisor for the Ministry of Justice. So I'm really happy, and thank you very much, State, for helping me all along in this journey.
Kevin, that's a very amazing story. I think there's a few things that are quite unique about your story from other stories that I've heard. When I see someone come through with your level of competence in a highly competitive industry and a highly lucrative industry like stockbroking, and you're at the top of your game and you're dealing with people who are at the top of the game, that's your clients. So these are people that run Sri Lanka on the different industries and governments level and things like that. So here you come into New Zealand and you still have the heart or the conscience, however you want to put it, to become humble enough to serve other people at the gas station. I think that's an amazing story. And I think it speaks to your character. And if you can do that, then of course it makes common sense, logical sense, that you're going to be a very engaging, understanding person and easy to communicate with for foreigners. So I can see how you attracted this good people around you that were giving you references and support while you're here. I think that's a very interesting story. I have a question for you, and I might have asked this before, and I think I know the answer, but I'd like to ask it again. What was your secret to success in dealing with high net individuals? I think that some of the people in your industry would like to know your views on that.
Yeah, basically the truthfulness and the trust. So when we are dealing in stocks, I mean, you may make a lot of money, or you can lose a lot of money, but whatever happens, I mean, the clients know that the risk involved, and however much you lose or gain, you got to be truthful and genuine about what's the real impact of the investment.
What was your mentality coming in? What allowed you to meet the challenges of the local job market, which is quite difficult for foreigners coming in? Would you agree?
Yeah, exactly. And even now, for an example, now when I wanted to get a part-time job at BP, at BP there was not a single foreign, all were Kiwis. So, but I managed to convince the manager there and gain his trust, and got a job basically. And he was so happy, and he gave me so many references after even I left. So only thing, when you get an opportunity, please make sure that you don't waste that opportunity, and leave that opportunity for other people also. And you have to maintain the trust, the integrity. It's very important.
And so these successes of your past has also allowed you the success of your challenges in New Zealand, because it's the same thing, your people focus
Yes,
and your genuine, your honest approach that is carried
yes,
with you the whole time.
yes.
And now you're going into the big brand. Do you want to talk a little bit about the employer that you've got in our capital city of Wellington?
Yes, it's a Ministry of Justice. So they have arm for legal studies. So I'm joining there basically.
That's really great. I'm sure you'll do well, and they'll take care of you. And it's Wellington is a beautiful spot. I look forward to when you can come back here. You and I have enjoyed many discussions on history, politics, and economics, and I
Yeah.
find you fascinating in terms of your perspective on those things, because I also
Thank
am
you.
interested in those things. And I heard some things from you that I didn't hear from anywhere else that I've read or talked with other people.
Thank you, Ted.
Yeah, it's been a genuine pleasure to work with you, Kevin. And yes, I agree. I feel
Same
myself
with me.
more like a
Same here.
friend than anything else. And
Yeah.
yeah. And so I look forward to your visits here. And when I go to Wellington, I'll for sure give you a call as well.
Yeah, definitely we'll meet up. Thank you so much for helping me in this journey, Ted, and I really, really appreciate what you did to me, and I'm very much grateful to you, indeed.
Well, your words are too kind, and I'm grateful for our friendship.
Thank you, Ted.
All right. Take care, Kevin. It's been great to talk to you. I'm sure some people will benefit from this in great ways, especially those who identify with your journey.
Thank you.